Hello everybody, it's Melissa from Melissa's Manis and More. Welcome, welcome. Today, even though it is close to Christmas, I am in the mood to do something that's not Christmas. I've done Christmas already today for you all. And so I'm putting on something I'm going to put on a few days and leave. And I've been wanting to wear this Incoco set. This is Incoco Japan. It's called Boarding School. Finishing School or Boarding School. What is it called? Hold on a minute. Where'd my pack go? Let's see. Did I put it back up here? No, surely I didn't throw it away. Oh, it's right here. Hold on. Let's see. So this is actually from Japan. This is called Finishing School. So everything on it is in Japanese. I have a link in my description box for Anna's page. And Anna is the one that will order these in bulk. She has a page that you can choose from when new ones come out, or she has some there already, like in her Yumihu, that you can choose. And so yeah, she orders them from Japan, the Incoco Japan, which we all know, Incoco and color, they're the same thing. They all come off the same assembly line. In fact, if you look here, made in the USA. They're made in Jersey and then shipped to Japan, and I think most folks already know that, but I'm gonna sit down now and oh, I think I can still see. Let me adjust this just a hair. I hate to do this to wiggle you all, but maybe that way I can hopefully keep myself in frame. I can kind of see over the top that way. So okay, so anyway, I'm gonna just do a mixed mani. This is Deep Diving, one of my favorites. They brought it out last fall, and I mean, it's just beautiful, and I think it'll look really nice with this stripe here. So my dogs are running. They just had their lunch. I have resorted to feeding them twice a day now. They're on that new raw diet, and they're doing great. This is my first Incoco set, y'all. Excited. So yeah, they're doing really good on this new diet. I hear Clara even like barreling down the hall, which is usually she's just piled up in the recliner asleep all day. So that's always good to hear her running and playing. And it gives Journey somebody to play with, because she's always looking for somebody to play with. So sometimes you get strips and they're just like, I want to stay in the package. And you're like, no, you get to come out and play today. So usually just a little bit of finagling. That's a southern term if I ever heard one. Finagling. They're wanting to, I see the plastic down here is wanting to raise up on them, and I do not want that to happen. I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can. Oh, there, that's a play. If y'all are wondering, they're going to get loud and be rowdy while this video is going on. Great. Okay. Alrighty, so I think what I will do is I'm going to put, I have this weird thing. I like a solid on my pinky and my thumb when I'm doing a mixed mani. So I'm just weird like that, I guess. So, oh my gosh, they're so funny. So this is my ring and my pointer. So I've cut my nails way back again. Today's December 12th. This is the second video I've done today. So in the first video, they're square. As you can see, I started rounding them back out into the almond shape again because they do better for me. I had already almost broken two of my nails. I had a crack in the side of one of them, and I was just like, I don't think it's meant for me to wear square nails anymore. So I just changed them. So let's see. What am I doing, Melissa? Ring finger. That's Clara. Y'all don't get to hear that very much. It's so funny, though. You can tell the difference. That's my pointer. Funny, isn't it, how you can tell which dog is which whenever you hear them. So this is going to be really pretty. Oh, yeah. I love deep diving. Oh, my gosh. Y'all, it is so pretty. I thought about using Berlin to win it. Almost did, but decided not to at the last minute. Gonna put these in here really quickly, and I'll sew the others up in just after we're done. But I do keep these two biggest strips, and I might do a pedicure after this just for myself. But I can do both my feet with these two big strips. I have some videos on my channel, if you've not seen them yet, of how to do a pedicure with these two biggest strips. I usually don't save my prints for pedicures because I like solids, glitters, you know, just stuff like that. But it is to whatever you like, of course. If you like, because, you know, you have to cut your strips, so you don't know what you're going to get where. So I tend to just stay more in for the, you know, the more plain, you know, glitter solids or ombre. I'll even do an ombre. So let's put these back up. My very first set of Incoco. All that Japanese on there. My brother-in-law could probably read that. He is always, our family is a big melting pot. His mother was from Tokyo, and that's where his dad and her met. He was a GI over there in the war, and brought her home. She's so funny. She still doesn't speak very good English. She's been over here like, I don't know how many years. a long time. But my brother-in-law lived in Japan till he was, well, he actually was, let's see. He's the oldest of 6. I think he actually was born in Hawaii, but they lived in Japan for a while, because he's told some tales about he and his friends went into a restaurant over there and were gonna like sit down and eat and run, you know, like I guess some people do, kids, I don't know, but you know, over there things just don't work like they do over here. Over here they probably would have caught you and be like, don't do it again. And he's like, you know, we already had it made up, like so and so is going first, and he's like, I can't remember who was last going out the door, but when they broke to run, that's Journey. Whenever they broke to run, the guy that owned the restaurant caught him and had this big long cutting device. So I just better say, I better not say anything bad. They won't tell the, anyway, got the last one and was like, had him there hostage until he ratted out on all of them. So my brother-in-law will still tell that tale occasionally. So, which reminds me, I need to call and talk to my sister. All right. Okay, I'm excited. This is not going to be anything fancy, but sometimes a girl just needs a mani. And plus, I have been wanting to use this Incoco set forever. And I've been wanting to use Deep Diving. So, you know, I think they're really gonna look good together. So, December 12th. Tomorrow would be my mom's birthday, if she was still with us, which is still her birthday. But, let's see, I don't even know how old she would be. She passed in 2016. And she was 80 when she passed. So, tomorrow's her birthday, though. So I'll go ahead and say happy birthday to her in heaven today. I'm sure there's a celebration. There's a celebration up there every day. So, all right. So I'm not gonna share strips. I'm going back to that. I know some people are like, oh, I hadn't had anybody do that to me yet on my channel, but when my nails were really long, I could not share a strip. Now I might could now, but it's just, I'm just like, I'm too, I don't know. You want to say it's okay. I've got more. This one actually is probably too long to share a strip, but it's okay. You'll be okay. To get that out there. Y'all know I like to give my strips a little pull. I'm gonna try a glass file, but oh gosh, y'all, I'm not a fan. It's just I just have a few laying here, and I've been really filing on my nails today, so they are really they've been worked hard. So I'm gonna try something different here and see. It should take this off. This is not thick. Lay that over there, Mel. Oh my goodness. So the 3 dogs have just like come to life on this food. I can't even begin to say enough about it. It's called Dr. Marty's. But honestly, guys, if they were big dogs, I could not afford to feed them. It's like, I love my dogs. Let me tell you that. That's all I say. But just seeing them, especially Clara, having just the joy, she just jumps for joy when you start fixing their food, and it's so stinking cute. And if y'all know, she's my doodle who gives me grief on the regular. She's still growling and going on, but she is much happier about her food. And one good thing about it is there is less waste, let's just put it that way, to clean up, if you know what I mean. And oh my gosh, they're really getting after it in there, because their bodies just absorb. It's amazing. Like I have been just totally amazed by this food. Trying to decide if I want to put a double layer on there. Do I? No, I don't think so, but I might see if this will go. Then again, no, I'm not going to. I'm gonna just keep on rolling. Oh, that does look pretty together. It does look pretty. I like it. I'm at the point in my shopping, y'all, I don't even know what I've got. I've got one gift wrapped. That's it. One gift wrapped. Still got stuff supposed to be on the way, coming here, you know. We'll see. I don't know. My poor son-in-law, he just is always like, well, I just rather have cash. He trains dogs, if you all have heard me talk about my grand dogs. And so he, you know, he only gets to certain places. And so, you know, he's like, I'd just rather have cash, that way I can get, and I'm so okay with that. But, you know, I feel so bad because he's like here and he doesn't have anything to open except an envelope with some cash. And he says he's fine with it. But even stuff for his stocking is like hard to find. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so this is very close to my skin tone, if you're wondering what I'm looking at here. So I will apply these. I will go back and look at it. I'm not removing it. I love it. I'm just trying to think if I need to add anything of a deep diving accent or something to it, but I don't know. I think once I get it all on there, it'll be just fine. The other day, I think it was Friday, Mackenzie sent me a video of Layla, and y'all, she was so hyped up on sugar that from school, not from a grandparent or anything, from school, where they had made cookies in her classroom. Of course, she's our special needs little granddaughter, so they'd made cookies. I think she had helped like eat some icing and whatnot before the cookies were ever done, and then she ate her whole cookie and she ate half of her teachers. And I love it because her teachers, they contact my daughter throughout the day to let her know what kind of day she's having, and she loves school. But anyway, she was literally like almost vibrating with, she had so much sugar. She was wild. Even the bus driver was like, we have laughed at her all the way home, and she's just hooted and hollered. And she's nonverbal, but that doesn't stop her from trying to say things. She's just always, you know, so vocal. And they said she's thrown her arms and kicked and thrashed and jabbered and, you know, and everything. She's 7, so she loves school. And it's funny, though, because she drinks coffee, which coffee makes me like, I want to jump off the roof with so much caffeine in it. But evidently, she just doesn't eat a lot of sugary stuff and drinks. She doesn't drink a lot of, we down here in the South, everything's a Coke. And I get on Lovey because she calls it pop. One of her great-grandmother's, she says pop. And Lovey will come over here and say, can I have some pop? And I'm like, we don't have pop in this house. You can tell me you want a Coke or a Sprite which I give her Sprite when she's over here. Yeah, this will be good. I'm like, you can have whatever you want to tell me you want, but I don't have pop. And I love our great-grandmother. It's just funny how everybody's different. But really, that's just not a term used in the South. We don't use that. Sometimes people say soda, but usually everybody just says, you want a Coke? And that means, you know, you want Coke or, you know, Sprite, or you pick. You say yes, and then you tell us what you want from that refreshment category. Everything's a Coke down here. And the tea is always sweet. Always sweet. There are a few people that are, I go through and I'll see somebody order unsweet tea, and I'm like, they must be on a diet, because that's just like unheard of down here. I used to drink a lot of tea whenever I worked, but I would stop, or whenever, and also when my kids were in school. Good grief, I need all the caffeine you can get. So now, though, I'm just more of a, I do drink soda. I said soda, but I drink Mellow Yellow for the most part. I used to drink Mountain Dew, and I can't drink it, y'all. I stopped drinking it because it had something, it's that brominated vegetable oil. I don't think it's in it anymore. I think they took it out, but it was really bad for you. I mean, not that anything in it's good for you in any of them, but anyway, so I switched over to start drinking Mellow Yellow several years ago. And after that, the only Mountain Dew that I can actually drink some of is like a Code Red or something. I like the Code Red, but that's it. And I can't, but just every once in a while, and not a lot, just you know, a little bit of it. I just can't drink it. It's just got, I don't know, it's got the weirdest, it tastes weird to me now. So weird how when you stop drinking something, how all of a sudden it just, I don't know, it's just so weird. But now my husband, he'll still drink it. He's a Pepsi guy, and I can't stand Pepsi. Wow. Look there, it's one little place I'll either file or put a tiny bit of a strip. Probably put a tiny bit of a strip and then just top coat it. I'll save some off for one of these. Seeing as my nails have been filed to death here lately, they were very long if you're new to the channel. And I kept saying I need to trim them, and then so I put them back square, and I didn't last very long because I was about to break all of them. They're just so curved. I can't. I used to wear them square all the time, and I did break them. I broke them a lot. I just didn't know why they kept breaking in the corner. And so I had actually, there's a lump right there, like a big lump. I wonder what it's from. I have no idea. I think is the remnants of, and I had Peely Base off. I washed my hands. I've used an alcohol pad and everything else. I think it's the remnants of a sticker that just did not come all the way off. And I can't believe that it's made it through all that, but I think that's what it is. I believe. So, well, evidently the dogs have had their energy spurt for the moment anyway. But yeah, it's got a big old lump in it. It's a good thing to sit in my hand that I used to take pictures with. My skin's dry. But if you are new to applying Color Street or anything, don't put any lotion or anything on before you do it. I'm thinking I might put a strip of Deep Diving down through there. What do I do with that? It's right here. I just feel like it needs something a little extra, just a little extra. Do I have anything on this one? Do I have a bump? So I had a sticker there too, no? Just on that one. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. Go. You can see if you can see my sleeves, you can see I'm decked out in my pajamas today. Today is a pajama day. I'm not going anywhere. So it's like a change out of your sleeping pajamas into your lounging pajama kind of a day. I'm still adjusting to having shorter nails. So here we go. All right. So we'll see what we think this will look like with a little bit of deep diving stripe. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, I was looking to see if my flat iron was still on. I think the name will still stay, I believe. I usually do always keep the name. That's why I cut everything open from the small end. So this is the strip right here that I don't usually use. Wait a minute, let me think. It's the one right beside the thumb, which would be that one. Let's see. Now my dogs are in here. Oh, joy. Clara, that is not your bed. That's not your chair. Yours is over here. Come over and get in there. Don't look at me with that goofy face. Come on, get out of that chair. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That's a good girl. Very good girl. Thank you. My goodness. She minds pretty good, I have to say. I have to give her that for the most part. Okay, let's see. I know I've got the plastic on, so I just want to keep it on right now. I'm going to try to cut off the side here and get the curved part off. Y'all are saying, what are you doing? Well, for one thing, I try to cut from the back. I just can see better that way. And I want to try to get some straight strips. So I'm going to try to cut this curved area off and then see what I have left to work with. I may still use some of these, or I may look at it and say I don't want to use any of it. But this way it gives me a straighter edge to work with. And I want a really narrow piece, straight as I can cut it, which who knows, I don't have the best scissor skills, so it's pretty straight, not too bad. I know y'all are probably saying, why are you leaving the plastic on? Well, I just like to. When I'm working, especially with like little tiny strips like this, I'll take it off in just a minute though, whenever I get ready to lay them down. See if I can cut maybe 3 of these. Then we'll see what we can do. Try to keep them as even as I can. This reminds me I need to do a braid tutorial. I've been saying that for, oh my gosh, turn over. I've been saying that forever, that I need to do that. Just trim the end of this off. Okay. I'll go ahead with what I've been cutting and see what I come out with. Maybe about the same, but I have a feeling this other one's going to be wider. Okay. Well, they're about the same. Okay, let's see here. Which one of these? These look the straightest of them. So what do I want to do? Do I want to put a stripe down through here? I should have cut this off. Let me square this up a little bit on the end. Let's see. We shall see. I may be mucking it up really bad right here. I don't know, but we will know soon enough, won't we? We will know. So I'm going to take it, leave the plastic on for right this second. It just stays straighter for you. So I'm gonna put this where this gold is and see what it looks like. I'll try to lay it right down on that line. That'll give me, I'm gonna put it back just a hair. So probably just do one hand and then do the other one off camera. Okay, so I've got it here. Now you can take this if you want and peel it, take it off. Sometimes I just leave them on and just take it off with a little, one of those little cuticle sticks, orange sticks. Not too bad to get off. Let's see what this looks like. Maybe too bright. I don't know. Also, my hands are like, you would thought I had like 12 cups of coffee by the way that my hands are shaking. Well, that's where it's going to go because it just it broke. So we shall see, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to look at this for a minute and see what I think. Kind of assess it. I think I like it. I actually do think I like it. That's a little bit crooked from where that one dropped, but I think I like it. I'm gonna fiddle with it a little bit, and then you all will see the finished product whenever I post this up. So I'm gonna leave you hanging on this one a little bit, but I think that it will be really cute. I like it. I like this Incoco. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. And I'll go along and do something over here. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe like put this one back here. Put it up here. I don't know. But anyway, it looks good either way. I think it's a really pretty set. It's just almost my skin color. So that's why I thought I would put a little something on there. You know, you could put a bow and make it Christmassy even if you wanted to. But anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. See you next video.